It's me again in my 10-year-old Dodge Journey. I'm actually in the market for a new car, not because this one's acting up, but because 10 years is when I typically buy a new car. 85,000 miles, I don't drive a lot. Anyway, this is not a car channel. I'm just always happy to oblige a well-placed comment. And so, here we are. And so someone was like, that was a great video. I didn't hear your car start. There we are. So.
And I see a soundbite in the teeth.
Hola. Hello. So I made a video and then I watched it and then I said, let me do it again. So someone said, you're angry, but you're holding it together. And then they suggested I talk about emotional intelligence. And here's what I know about emotional intelligence. I am 55 and it took me 40 years to get here. So I've only been truly emotionally intelligent for the last 15 years. Prior to that, I would take those little tests, even all the way from high school, that said, what should your work environment be? And it always said, you should work alone. Because I don't like being interrupted. What I learned is the hyper-focused type of ADHD, which is why I don't like to be interrupted, which is why I look at people crazy when they break my thought and things of that nature. So, over the years, I've come to notice that I attract narcissists. I attract people who need to be taken care of. And I guess that's the strong maternal instinct in me. And not just want to be taken care of, but who want to be the center of attention. But when you meet them, that's the vibe you get. And so you do it, and then you get burned, and then you learn a lesson, and then you do it again. And so what I've learned to do is to recognize that people are going to people. And you as a human, as the one that people are peopling at, have two choices. You can respond in a retaliatory way, or you can make a decision to not exist in that space. And for the latter part of my life, the more mature part of my life, that is how I have chosen to respond. Which is why my YouTube channel has faltered so many times, because whenever things have gotten too toxic, I have just noped out and wandered off and said, no, this is stressing me. But even that response required me to look at it from another, more mature perspective, because me wandering off doesn't hurt nobody but me. I'm the only person injured by giving up on something that I know I'm good at, which is sharing my expertise and helping people in this permissionless, independent education realm. And I am an expert at it. I've gotten 2 grants this year, and I'm about to spend the summer writing more so that I can keep spreading this word about permissionless education, about teaching your kids yourself, or partnering with the school so that you're teaching your kid the things that the school is not teaching them. That's my goal in life. And, that turned into curriculum writing, and that's what brought me back to YouTube. And so my partner and I, since we write history decided to do a history and homeschool channels, homeschool history. And my bright idea to do shorts daily seems not so bright to me sometimes, just because of how poorly people crap on our videos. And I don't mind people not liking my video. I don't mind. I just wish that people were mature enough to say, I don't like your video for this reason. Because I've had several people make suggestions and I'm like, oh, okay. Or send me a link and I'm like, oh, all right. Or send me a link that was crap and we go, maybe not. You know, that's the kind of dialogue I live for. I want that. I want to have that. However, when people just like thumbs down my video and then get all their friends to thumb down my video, that hits me in the pocket, and it seems cruel, and it seems purposeful, and it's awful. And that's what makes me sad, and that's what makes me want to give up. However, I have come to a point in my life where I'm going to do what I want to do. And the reason I'm complaining, because I'm mature, does a emotionally mature person complain? If it'll help others. And I feel like me letting other people know why their channels are being crapped on, may not be 100% their fault, is going to help those people hold it together and stick it out longer and maybe make their mark. That's why I complain. I don't want people to be like, oh, you know, poor Miss Andrea, boo, boo, boo. I'm not needy. But I want to inspire people to push through this. So, it's something that happened this week to one of my bestest friends in the whole wide world. Is she's a real estate agent, and someone who was close to her told them that when it came time to sell this house, that they were going to sell this house for them, and they had her do all the work, comps, things like that, you know, and they're like, oh yeah, we're going to sign the contract, and you know, you're going to sell this house for me. They went as far as to do manual labor to help this person get this house ready because there were some extenuating circumstances. And then they brought in someone else to sell the house. And I've never seen somebody more hurt because this was supposed to be a personal relationship. And what I said to them and another family member who was involved was, people are going to make their decisions for whatever reason. Financial, maybe another familiar relationship. They're going to make their decisions. And those decisions might hurt you. And they may have zero intention of hurting you. They may not even realize they've hurt you. But when people make decisions, you as the person who the decision was made on now has the right to make your own decisions. So you take a minute to yourself and you feel how you're going to feel in that minute. Alone, kick, scream, yell, don't punch a wall, don't hurt your hand, don't damage your walls and cost yourself money. But do what you need to do. Feel whatever you're feeling in that moment. And I say this to my students all the time when they meet each other. I'm like, I need you to go to that side of the building. I need you to go to that side of the building. And I need y'all to feel what you're feeling right now, so we can get past this and then have a conversation. And so once you're done feeling whatever it is you're feeling as a reaction to what has been done or said, you then make your decision on how you're going to react. And that might be noping out, which I've done many times, and I've decided not to do that anymore. But you may need to adjust a personal relationship. You may need to end a personal relationship. But you definitely need to evaluate this relationship. And now that you understand where you stand, you might need to adjust where they stand. And so on a wider scale, like on a YouTube scale, I didn't know, because I wasn't paying attention, that there was a YouTube history community, which is stupid of me, because I was well aware of the makeup community. You know, I was well aware of the fashion community. I was well aware of the gossip community. So I had to look around. My business partner, me, my editor, we looked around and we're like, oh, and this is why your demographic is males 65 and older. There was a YouTube history community, and even though I'm 55, my business partner's 12 years younger than me, and my editor's probably 12 or 15 years younger than her. We are young. We are babies. We are super young, and we're also female. And so that makes us a standout. And I think I like it here. Until next time.